I've got a whole shitload of cha-cha calls to go through, so we're going to do it by making a video.
This is 402. Hey, 402, so what ended up happening? So the police showed up, took the druggie off my bus, and I'm ready for service. I just have a few people on, so I went in to drop off only. Okay. I will put you in drop off only. Just be careful you don't do that on your own because you can get in trouble for it. But I will switch you into drop off only now. And
I put myself in drop off only. Go away. I already tweeted that. Okay.
Was the accident on Century or was the accident on Main? About a block and a half up on a Century. Okay, copy that. So you couldn't make your right onto Main like you normally would? I made my right on the Main. I just couldn't make my left on from off of Main on to Century. I'm heading to Orenco Station to the college.
Okay, he's confused. He's lost. Laying out in the aisle and puking. Okay, here.
12:34. I have a sleeping guy. He put his foot on the aisle. I woke him up and then he put his foot on the neighbor's seat. Oh, he's trying to stop throwing up. I have a situation. Okay, so there's a guy lying in your aisle of the bus. He's throwing up right now? Yes, correct. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pull over the bus at your next available service stop. Secure the vehicle, put on your four ways, open your doors, and can you please describe the guy? Yeah, he just took off the bus, yeah. Kind of come red and white pants. Yeah, he's out the bus right now. Okay, so he threw...
Okay, so he threw up all over and then he got off. Oh, boy.
914.
9114.
I have info when you're ready. Go ahead. 1707 eastbound on Colgate at 92nd. Stop to the traffic light. The far right lane is a right turn only except for bus. Vehicle number 2 was in the lane to the left of him. As they came through the intersection, vehicle 2 turned right in front of him, made a right-hand turn, clarify that, in front of him to go into the gas station. He caught her with the right front corner bumper to her right corner bumper.
Another brilliant car driver. PA probably.
Yeah, this is block 240. I have a, how do I describe her? She's either highly inebriated or highly intoxicated on medication of some form. I showed up here at 82nd and Division, and she was on the ground laying by the tree. A gentleman was helping her up, and she has decided to get on the bus. So I guess I needed to call and let you know. I asked her if she needed assistance of some form, and she refused it, but she is on my bus. Hi, copy. Let's just keep an eye on her. If it looks like she's passed out, please go back and check up on her. Otherwise, I'm going to get a supervisor to meet you en route. It'll be no later than 6th and Flanders, but hopefully before then. I am going the other direction, just to let you know. I'm going towards Gresham Transit Center. Whoopsie, I was looking at the other two on my screen. All right, I'll see where the east side supervisor is, see if we can meet you out there.
Okie dokie. Well, I don't understand. Well, nothing. Forget it. Here's 47 again.
4771. How can I help you? don't understand the reroute. Is it just coming back from Hillsborough to the college as a reroute?
It's both ways. Century's blocked at Maine, so you can't go north and south on Century at Maine.
Okay, I'll just go up Cornell to that direction. And then I can get back on Cornelius Pass.
Yeah, so the street that you use to access Orenco is called Cherry Drive. So basically what you do is you...
Good luck. Good luck.
1707, where am I here? 17th, and Ryan, heading inbound. 1707, how can I help? Okay, so I just took over this bus from the other operator. I'm almost 13 minutes down. I'm just curious if there's a way to maybe skip some stops or something, or what you would like me to do so I can try to get back on time. Your follower is about 6 minutes late himself, so how about you give me a call once you go through downtown and get back across the river, and we'll see what we can do on that side.
Yeah, I used to hate getting the bus late like that. It's TRIMET, though.
Hi, this is 20435 on, where am I on? 1903, headed towards Flavel, and I saw at 1103 that there was a message about 205 in Flavel. Does that have anything to do with me? Oh, okay. What do you mean, a message on your cab that came over about Flavel? Correct. At 1106 it says Rocktower Bridge East to Flavel and I-205 overpass East. That's all it says. Interesting. I'm trying to look it up now.
Interesting. Part 2.
Okay, so if you scroll down, can you see anything else on the messages? Nope. That is the last message. The rest of them were relating to a reminder, and the other ones were if you want to work. Okay, well, I don't see anything in my notes, so I'm going to say continue. It just gave you, it didn't say go this way or anything like that. Just
Leader in technology. Man, on one hand, doesn't know what the other one.
170, then heading to Vermont and Idaho, eastbound.
Alright, looks like you're at Marlow Garage. Is that not the case?
No, I've still got 42 seconds till pull out. I'm sitting at the bus of the vehicle, or I'm sitting in my vehicle, and leaking roof is like pretty common, but I have leaking roof so bad there's puddles like everywhere in the front of the vehicle. I've got a drop falling every few seconds, and not sure if this is something that's worth tying up over.
No, it's not, because tied up means that the bus can't move. You can move with a leaky roof. So drive it over to Flaw Repair and see what they can do for you. They might likely trade you out. So just drive it to Flaw Repair.
Sheesh. Ridiculous.
No, 912.
112?
Okay, I'm here with 224 individual. Yeah, she can't get off the bus. I got another passenger that's trying to help her get off the bus. Well, she needs, we need to call 911, do a welfare check on her. Because somebody actually helped her get on the bus at 82nd. Now I have a passenger that's helping her get off the bus.
Okay, so we can roll that bus and you'll be there and need medical to her?
No, I think she doesn't need, she's completely intoxicated. She's in the shelter now. I'm going to roll the bus, but she's still in the shelter.
Another dispossessed with nowhere to go but her drunk self. Oh, well, it's America.
7935, Quacos Town Center Transit Center, headed towards Sunnyside on 172nd.
Just a lot there.
Let's see, 7935. How can I help?
So my seatbelt will not pull. It is stuck. I only got like a foot of it.
Okay, so at the transit center, you're not supposed to roll if you can't get it clipped.
Your last transmission was unreadable. Can you please repeat?
Do not go into service, stay there at the transit center.
Copy that. Do you want me to unload my passengers?
Yes, because you'll need to pull back around, wait for the truck, unless you can get it unstuck while you're...
Can't even keep the seatbelts working.
Then I'm going back around to Washington Square.
It's already 10 minutes. What? What's going on here? Oh, they're waiting for police. Hello?
267. Go ahead. She wanted an explanation as to what's happening. I had a customer, another customer, try to write on the cell phone what I'm planning. I tied it up at Jenkins and Murray. I'm right at the stop, right before the right turn.
What?
Okay, do you want to just wait there for police then?
I don't know. We'll see if this customer can help. I don't have any. I'll try to write on her paper and let you know. This is very tiring. Okay, I'll be back.
That's a good way to put it. Let me see.
I can't hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me know what's going on.
My handset's not working. Sorry, 6267.
Go ahead.
She wanted an explanation as to what's happening. I had a customer, another customer, try to write on the cell phone what I'm planning. I tied it up at Jenkins and Murray. I'm right at the stop, right before the right turn.
Okay, do you want to just wait there for police then?
I don't know. We'll see if this customer can help. I don't have any. I'll try to write on her paper and let you know. This is very tiring. Okay, I'll be back.
Well, let me just go ahead and make the decision for you then. So just go ahead and tie it up there. I'm going to get police to your location. Because the more we mess around with this, the way you're going to get, and it affects everybody. So just wait right there. I'm going to get police, and they'll be able to help this lady out.
Okay.
This is very tiring. That's a great way to put it. Very accurate. Oh, what the bus is?
170 headed to Vermont and Idaho, eastbound.
Okay, 170, I see you went to full repair and you're ready to go. And unfortunately, you're the first bus out.
Oh.
So if we can just have you start it late, we'll try to get you back on time if we can later.
You know, Real Transit District would make sure the first run of the day on any particular line, the bus should be running and ready to go. They should turn it on, make sure everything's okay in the bus, rather than have a driver come out there. They got a 10-minute window to start it up. I mean, it's really disgraceful the way they run American public transit. It's so anti-rider. It's like the riders just don't count.
Copy. I'm sitting on Jenkins right now, preparing to turn on to Murray. And yeah, I'm kind of behind schedule, and it looks like other cars have started backing up because I'm a little behind. The traffic is worse than usual because I'm running 15 minutes late. And
He's on Jenkins, man. Yeah, you know, it's funny because I've been gone over 9 years, and so this Jenkins Road traffic has been bad for 15 years. You know, they never fixed it. They don't care. They don't give a shit about people waiting in that traffic. They being your government at work.
think it's going to keep climbing.
Good guy.
Okay, well, you're the first bus out, and it's half-hour service.
Yeah.
So, you know, just do
Suffer
the best
through
you
it,
can.
dude. That's what you got to
Unfortunately,
do.
Fridays are always busy traffic-wise. Fridays are worse than others, but we'll keep an eye on you. And
We'll keep an eye on
not
you,
let
sure we
get too
will.
far behind.
Copy.
If you had a real transit district, they would have filled this run, but we don't. We have a very, very fragile transit system. They don't have anybody sitting around waiting to leap into action to help customers. Nope, they don't do that. Nope.
6174.
6174, got another route block. What's going on?
Yeah, the bus in front on track 35, the leader just now left, so we were delayed. There are several of us in that row.
I copy, so he's out of the way, you're no longer blocked.
That's affirmative, and it's bus 2935 that seems to be that had the delay.
Yeah, great.
All right, I copy. It's noted if you need it for later. Thank you.
Oh, God. You're late because somebody else is late. Brilliant planning.
5873.
Hey, 5873, so you're going to pull out a repair. What's the issue?
The casing on the driver's side mirror looks like it's been broken. It shakes, and it looks like it could fall off.
Okay, copy. Just send me a ready for service once maintenance clears here. Thank you.
Will do, thank you.
Yeah, 1529.
Yep. Junk.
Yeah, this is 6170, Veterans Hospital.
Hey, 6170. Looks like you have gotten off route there.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm doing this route, and I was following the navigation. Told me to go this way, and
Why don't you turn off the navigation already? For crying out loud. Why have it at all if it's always wrong?
Now it's saying it's the wrong way.
It is. You were supposed to continue on Gaines. Not sure. So, did you make a left through the parking lot there?
Yes, I did.
Let me take a look and see if this road's going to get you back down to Twilliger. 1 second.
Oh boy. Got covered in blood.
2045. I was at East Burnside and 62nd, and there was a guy trying to get on the bus. He was just half bloody nose, covered in blood all over his hands, and he had tissue in his nose and all that, and he was trying to get on the bus, and I did not board him.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for any sort of medical. He just went on the bus, and I wasn't going to do that. So,
Kill them all
but,
bus.
you know.
That's what we call a kill them all bus driver.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
So you need a bloody nose. Big fucking deal, man. Junk printers, yes, that goes on forever.
At 35, 5th Avenue, Staff Street.
935, I got your service info request.
So, this is my first time putting paper in. They say we don't have the spindles anymore, but I put the paper in and it won't work.
Yep. Just goes on and 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 on. Jesus Christ. Look at this guy.
3870 Twilliger and 2nd.
How can I help you?
Yes, sir. I've got a really bad leak in the right side of my windshield.
Unbelievable.
And, the puddle is flowing down into the defroster and creating an atomization, which is fogging my windshields unbelievably.
Okay, copy that.
Are you getting the gist of how horrible the transit system is? How there's so many things that aren't working properly. Okay, we shouldn't be hearing call after call after call like this. Okay, these should be isolated events, not call after call. Broken printer, broken roof, broken fucking window. Can't get the seatbelt. Just, it just shows you the condition of things.
And do you have those dash cams on to help out?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's the solution. Put on the fans. Oh my God. It's like, this is what it was when I was there. That's the funny thing about TRIMET. It doesn't change. All these years later, it's still exactly the same as it was. And when I got there, people that had been there for 25 years said it was always the same when they got there. So we're talking about decades of the same kind of malfeasance.
I'm in full blast, and I get up and dry that with a puddle every couple miles, and it just puddles up again so fast. It's going to get to the point where if I get a full load of people on this bus at night, I'm not going to be able to see out of my right side mirror, and that's going to be dangerous.
Yes, it is.
Copy. Look for the mechanic there.
Yeah, look for the mechanic. Just keep driving. Okay, buddy. What? 110 bucks.
Control 68, 5th and EM.
Info 68, what'd you find on your bus?
I have $110 in cold hard cash.
How much money in cold hard cash?
$110. 110.
Copy that. Yeah, just stick it in your pouch for now.
That's pretty funny, especially the dispatch response. Dispatchers can be very funny when they want to be.
Block 7511, southeast to the Chavez Boulevard, Raymond.
7511, go ahead.
Hey, I showed here about 8.5 minutes late. Is there any way you can get it dropped off? I wasn't sure how far my follower is.
They're about 6 stops behind, but running a minute hot, so yeah, I'll put you drop off.
Drop off approved.
5368, pulling into Beaverton Transit Center. The brakes on this bus are not good, and I'm not comfortable driving it anymore.
Good for you, lady. Yeah.
Okay, can you...
You really do have to demand, you have to stand up for yourself if you're going to be there. You're the one that's going to get fucked if something goes wrong, and and they're not going to listen to you unless you demand they listen to you. Let's see how this works out.
Elaborate on what not good means exactly?
They're really, really, really hard to push to get to stop. Takes a bit for it to stop, and it pulls to the left really bad.
Okay, it kind of sounds like what happens when
See, the dispatchers are trained to not allow bus trades. They don't have enough buses over there. They don't have enough drivers or buses, so they're trained to not do bus trades. They're trained to say that it's always an operator error type thing. And, I know that's a lie because I happen to have worked there for 15 years, and I remember it. And I haven't gone senile yet.
brakes get wet, and it's absolutely 100% normal. So
He says they're wet.
now that you know that, what usually works is riding the brakes longer before the stops to get them dried out before you want to stop for real. So when I was operating in the rain like this, I would start doing that like 50 feet before I really wanted to stop, and that would dry out the brakes a little bit, and then you engage the brakes fully like you would normal, and it should be okay.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, I did that too. But you shouldn't really have to do that, okay? You shouldn't have to. This is 2020, okay? I was driving 1700 series buses. You can barely keep those things in a straight line. They were all over the fucking road. To keep that thing going in a straight line was hard enough. This shouldn't be happening in these updated buses.
Try doing anything like that?
Yes. And normally when you're talking about that, they squeak really bad, but they're not squeaking whatsoever.
Okay, copy that. It looks like you just pulled into Beaverton Transit. We do have a mechanic there, so I will let them know.
Well, the mechanic isn't going to go underneath the bus and check the brakes. They're going to have to. You kind of have to take the operator's word for this kind of thing.
We'll test drive your bus, see if there's anything he can do. Okay.
Oh.
All right, this is Stu Mountain.
Okay, test drive them. He's going to test drive the bus. Don't see if they just had another bus, this wouldn't be a problem. Just give them another bus, but they don't have it because it's a failed transit system.
3 minutes, but I'm not worried because I'm not comfortable driving the bus anyway.
Yeah,
Thank you.
She's not going to take it. Good for you. Yeah, you just have to. That's what you do. I'm sorry to say. I know how intimidating it is to stand up against this lumbering bureaucracy that's set up against you. But what she just did there is exactly what you do. You just say, no, it's unsafe. You call safety. That's it. And they can't prove that you're lying. And obviously she's not lying. She's obviously concerned about safety.
You're welcome. We're going to do what we can to make it safe for you. And if it is a mechanical problem, we'll get it treated.
Yeah, see, they don't believe her. All right. Here's a classic call. We're going to listen to this call because this is a classic call. This is, I actually put this on my blog standalone, but we're going to listen to it here too.
6174. 6174.
Oh, it was a 61 driver.
Go ahead. Yeah, did we speak earlier when I did the priority? I'm sorry, you broke up. Could you please repeat? Did we speak earlier when I hit the priority call? Affirmative. Okay. Regarding the veterans, the hospital, OHU, if you're not aware of the situation up there and killing time at the veterans hospital, it's very, very important you figure that one out because we have to give the correct information to all these new drivers. It's critical because I was blocking traffic and it was a priority. I copy. Are they still under construction there? Say again? Is that area still under construction? Partially. I mean, that specific area, I mean, compared to what? It's been under construction for a long time. But it doesn't matter. They lay over down below at building 16 if they have to kill time. Never at the Veterans Hospital. At that shared stop where all the buses load. Well, I looked at the paddle of that bus. Was not at a layover. He wasn't supposed to lay over there. And the difficulty about sending messages out like that is if you look at the route description, nowhere does it say that you can't kill time there. You know, if we have something in the literature, like on the transit mall, where it says do not kill time, I can send that message out. But if I'm sending a message out without any literature to back it up, then I can get the adverse argument from what you're giving me. If it is a safety issue, as you say, I would go on TRIMET and put an RSA for it, because that's something the schedule writers will have to change in the route description. Take some initiative and do your job. You can figure it out. You have an office. You have people that you can work with in your office. It's very simple. I'm driving a bus.
This is classic, isn't it? I just love this.
Yeah, getting literature like that is not as simple as you say, and I'm not the one out there viewing the issue as you say. It's something that you, who have witnessed it and experienced it, is going to have to get that submitted. I can't do it as a second party here. Okay, who do you report to, and what's your badge number, please? I am dispatcher 9368, and I report to the OCC manager. You're more than welcome to bring this up with him. That's fine.
See, he's very calm about how he's handling this. He's not taking it personally. You got to hand it to the dispatcher for this.
But I'm telling you that I don't have the authority to go in there and change a route description, and I'm not going to send out a message without literature to back it up. You're the only one saying you need to change a route description, not me. Take some initiative and go talk to someone. Believe me, there's a rule somewhere. Take some initiative. Very simple. And there is protocol, so if you witness a safety issue out in the field, it is you who needs to take the initiative by submitting an RSA. Dispatchers do not submit RSAs because we do not witness these things. Let's end the conversation. Obviously, you don't understand, and I don't have time for this because I'm driving, and for safety, I need to get off the phone.
Excellent, wasn't that? That was good. That's what you call there an operator who's very, very frustrated, and there's nowhere for him to go. And unfortunately, that's the way it is. You're on your own, man, and you can complain all you want, and nothing is gonna change.
Truck 8350.
5368 has a bus pulling to the left every time it brakes, and she would like to know if you have a...
Left on braking. We have no extra service right now.
No,
See,
see, no extra service, no, none. See, failed transit agency, fail. And they want you to give them billions of dollars so they can put in a light rail when they can't even run what they're doing.
Is it drivable?
It is drivable, and I think you'd rather have a 40-footer.
Okay. If you agree, we'll get the trade set up as soon as we can. We'll find a garage-bound bus.
Okay, well.
I copy.
Thank you.
She said she wasn't going to drive it, so let's see. She's still going to drive. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait.
238, go ahead, dispatch. Oh, I'm at North Terminal.
238, good afternoon. I just got a call from a trainer who I guess is in that area. You know that where you're laying over at that bus stop, it was out of commission for a while, so we were laying over, but it is now an actual bus stop again.
So why should I lay over when the North Terminal is full? When I pulled in here, the North Terminal, there was no spaces in it.
Were there spaces on the Hoyt side?
Yeah, is that what they want me to do? To swing around there and pull into there, even though my So is that what I'm supposed to do?
Well, as far as you going in, if it's filled on the side where you would swing in off of Irving, you can go a little bit further and pull in and go the bus's way over there right.
It's always been a problem over there. Let's see about this. Man, I'm not getting anywhere. Look at all these calls. Come on.
5267, I am leaving Beaverton Transit Center. I have a customer who's very irate and upset because of the new setup of how everyone has to wait for the...
What?
Okay, well, TRIMET decided to do it that way for a reason. If he wants to lodge a formal complaint, he can call 238.
Oh, that's a...
I tried that. He said he tried...
That's a Beaverton. That's another... Yeah, I can imagine how frustrated people are with that Beaverton change, man. That's just horrible. 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 So anti-rider. So... just horrible.
I had to call on the phone, ring, and no one ever answered,
Yeah.
so I'm the one getting the...
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah.
Okay, well, just inform him that he needs to get out of your ear. There's nothing that you can do about it. You need to drive the bus safely, and him yelling at you is not helping you do that. So you need to quiet down or get off the bus.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's called lose-lose. Fail, yeah. Fail. That's fail. I'm going to tweet that one.
1415. 1415, I got your priority. What's going on? I have a customer that fell on the bus and is requesting an ambulance. Okay, and what are the injuries? He said that he hurt his back. Okay, and can I get race, age, and...
We don't need any of that. Okay, here's what happened.
Okay, so he fell on the bus, though, when you were pulling out from the stop? Yes, copy that.
You know what that is? PA. Which is unjust, because if you don't keep rolling, you're not going to be on time. But they blame you when somebody falls. When it's just lose again, lose.
Was it pulling for it? Yes, it was. And you are on Hawthorne at 47th, is that correct? That is correct. All right, hold there. Call 911.
Sure. Horrible.
7235 at, where am I at? Northwest 5th and Davis.
7235, how can I help?
It seems like that I'm having sort of an emergency at home, and I'm wondering if there is somebody that could do my run for
Really more about that?
1404. I hit request to talk. I had called up to my leader, but I understand now that there's a medical emergency on their bus. You're probably aware.
Yes, can you please take their passengers?
Everybody's just been boarded. I'm actually heading down the road right now. Sorry, eastbound at 45th.
There you go. Pick up those passengers and roll.
7235 at Stark and 5th.
Hey, 7235, can you hold there for a sec? Supervisor's going to walk over. He's just a block away.
Oh.
Okay, and I spoke to the station agent. As long as the supervisor says it's okay for you to continue in service, they'll have a relief for you outside of the garage.
Oh, they're going to let it go. Yeah, they're pretty good about that. When you have a family emergency, the TRIMET's pretty good about that.
239 at 5th and Davis. I just wanted to say the north terminal was completely full. There was no spots. Somebody parked coming in to north terminal. There was a 9 laying over on 5th. I don't know what's going on, but it's just a log jam down there. Thank you.
Test?
1450.
Yep, test and MPA.
Hey, 1415. Let me know when medical gets there and if they're transported, okay? calling here right now. Okay, if they transport them, we need to know the ambulance number and where they're taking them, and I need you to hold there for supervisor. Okay, copy that.
That's right. If they transport, you get a test.
1709, go ahead. 9 drivers keep parking in 5th and Hoyt. Is there any way you guys could send a message to tell them not to park there and to, I don't know. I'm sorry, that bus actually asked to hold for the supervisor last second there, so.
Oh, see, that bus is supposed to stop there. Picking his nose. Oh.
1274 at Barber and 30th.
1274, how can I help you?
I've got an ongoing saga here of this passenger who's like a sleeper laying across the seat. And I am just calling because I'm getting a lot of complaints and passengers coming up, right up to me here while I'm driving. I was just wondering if there could be a road soup or something waiting at Tiger or someplace.
Are they complaining because he's laying across the street, or not across the street, sorry, across the seat, or is there something else going on?
Well, they say that there's an unpleasant odor and that they're picking their nose and eating it and mumbling things.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, if he's being that disruptive, you can be firm and go over and open the doors and let him know that you cannot continue his service unless he's pissed up and behaves himself. I can see where a supervisor is going to be, but I can't promise that there's going to be one.
Oh my God. God.
253? Oh, 253, how can I help you? For the last couple of days, there's been a bus laid over on 5th and Flanders, and he's laid over in the first position. They're not supposed to be in the first position. They're supposed to be in the back of the stop, and they keep backing us up on the 5th because they're in the front position, and we have to pull out from 2nd and 3rd position.
Yes, seems to be ongoing, huh?
Do you know what bus number was it? Was it 3111 by chance? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I'll give them a call right now and remind them of that.
Okay, yeah, all right.
7015, pick up your handset, please.
Hi, this is 7015. Hi, this is 7015.
Take
7015. I know you're supposed to lay over at 6th and Flanders, but you need to lay over in the back.
the 70 goes downtown now? 70 bus goes downtown? Wow.
That loading area, that's where you hold for your time. Please do not park in the front position at that stop.
Sorry about that. I didn't feel like it was right, but I'm reading my panel my paddle, and it says 6 in Flanders, pull to front of zone. I will be happy to park in the back of the zone starting next week.
It does say pull to front of zone. Oh my God, lose.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, it's the other operators that need to be not playing up close to you. Okay, yeah,
Oh man, that's gotta get it. I have to retweet that because this is too funny. No, I don't want that one.
1405 at Hawthorne and 14th.
1405, how can I help?
Hey, I just had a truck hit my mirror while I was at a stop. Kept going.
Okay, and is your mirror broken?
Yes, there's parts of it that's broken, but I think I can straighten it out and see.
Okay, broken, I mean broken like glass is broken. You can't see out of it.
Yes, part of it is broken, but I can still straighten it out and see.
Am I? All right.
Operator, no control.
7105, 52nd and Lincoln.
7105, I get your report of houses. What do you got?
At the bus shelter at 52nd and Steel, northbound. There's 2 or more syringes on the bench.
All right. I will get a supervisor to go pick those up.
Oh my God. Okay, here she is. Here's the call.
1415. Hey, there, now it's working. So you got my message. I did get your message. There's no supervisor here. All right, did they transport him? No, they're actually, the ambulance is still sitting here, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Okay, but the man, the passenger is loaded into the ambulance? Yes, he's loaded in. I think they're leaving right now. Do you have an ambulance number? Yes, I did. It's medic 310. Okay, and did they say where they were going to take him? No, I didn't ask, but here he comes. The ambulance? Yeah, the driver's coming up here, so hold on a second. Standing by. They're taking him to Providence, Portland. Providence, Portland. Okay, just hold there for the supervisor. Okay, copy that. You sure one's coming? Yes, I'm sure. And
Yeah, she'll be tested.
5775 TV Highway in Hawkins.
How can I help you?
Hey, I had kind of a little issue with one of my regular passengers, and she got off the bus and took her bike off because I asked her not to lock her bike to the bike rack.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a couple of people talking to me at the same time. You said she locked her bike to the bike rack?
Yeah, and she's a regular passenger, very nice lady. I said, ma'am, you can't, lock your bike to the bike rack, because if you leave it on there, then we have a bike that's locked to the bus. And she took her bike off and got off the bus, and she was upset. And I was just wondering if maybe you could have Spotty go talk to her before she catches the next 57. She's a really nice lady, and I feel bad that she got off.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm almost 100% sure there's not any rule against that. In fact, people have their bikes stolen off the front of buses all the time.
Right.
So if somebody does lock their bike to the bike rack, you kind of just let them do it. They're just trying to protect their property.
Okay, so it's okay for them to lock the bike to the bike rack. I guess I owe her an apology. I didn't think that we did that.
No, I mean, there's no rule against it. I'm going to try to find the bike SOP.
No, there's no rule against it, of
find
course
right
not.
now,
I mean, that's
just to make 100% sure I'm telling you right.
It's just another.
But I'm pretty sure that there's no specific rule against that. And we have bikes stolen off the front of the rack all the time, so it's kind of smart for somebody to do that.
Okay, I felt bad before, and now I just feel like a real butthead. Good grief.
Well, at least she's contrite.
It's okay, it's a learning experience. Just next time you see her, just apologize, and, and I'm sure it'll be all right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, she'll be fine. She'll apologize and it'll be okay.
473.
473, got your mechanical rolling. What's going on?
Sorry, hey, I'm on inbound North Willis and Wabash. I have a bike rack with an arm that is coming loose from the hinge. It looks like the hinge is starting to crack. Okay, does it appear as though it might break off, or do you think you can make it downtown so the truck can get it secured? I can make it downtown, but it looks like I can only carry one bike up at this point.
Yeah, you can. That's okay.
001.
701?
We're going to have you do an outbound trip on a 14. So head over to Madison and 4th. Actually, you know what? Head to Hawthorne at 12 and do an outbound trip to 94th and Foster from there.
Copy that.
Thank you.
And they filled it. So they did have an extra at that point.
This is 9908, still at the Clackamas Community College. No mechanic has showed up yet, but I did coordinate the bus, and I found the wiper blade. I was able to reinstall it, but before I got out of the lot,
This kind of shit should not be happening, okay? This is not the kind. This is not appropriate for a professional transit agency.
fell back off again. You want me to keep going? I was going to just take off.
Bring the wiper inside. Are you okay? Yeah, the truck is stuck in traffic. Are you okay continuing your last trip?
Yeah, my only concern was as it gets dark getting in the downtown, but I was able to still see out of the mirror, so hopefully I'll be okay. Maybe you can catch up with me at the Tacoma transfer center.
Copy. We'll arrange something. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. Okay.
Flight 5780, badge number 20636. What does WCCA mean? Because I think the person you guys are probably looking for is on my bus.
WCCA means Washington County Police.
Okay, let me read this message. Well, you said like a green or black long sleeve shirt. Well, I don't know. He has a green coat on, but I wasn't for sure about the details. But
Okay, so it says white male, 28 to 30, very thin hair with possible goatee, wearing a green or black long sleeve shirt. The person on your bus, you feel kind of fits that description?
yeah, he definitely have a goatee and his hair's thin.
I ignored all of those calls. I am not getting involved with any of that police shit. That's not my problem. They're not making any shit on my bus. They're safe. What happened?
4402 heading west on Capitol.
4402, I got your priority request to talk. How can I help you?
I have an ambulance and 2 police cars blocking the route. Do you want me to just wait it out? Because it's not like I can really back up the bus.
Yeah, so where are you blocked at? Is it at 35th? Is it, that's what there's another bus stuck on the other side. They tried to reroute themselves, so it's right at Capitol and 35th, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I could try to squeeze by, but, I have to have cooperation, and I don't want to nick the car that's sort of in the way.
Yeah, I guess you don't.
No, absolutely. Don't take any chances. And, does it look like an accident, or can you tell what it is?
Yeah, it looks like there was a car accident or something. There's an ambulance and 2 police cars, and there's a car that's sort of somewhat in the lane. Like, vehicles are going through, like, one at a time, smaller.
Yeah, he's blocked. Okay.
Yeah, can I get an operator number for 9468? The number was 2809. And if you could, give them a call, ask them why they didn't stop at the first position. If I can find there were people standing under the shelter at the very first position, they should have pulled forward and announced who they were.
Uh-oh. He's in trouble. Wait a minute. That's this one. There's the answer.
9468 headed south of the transit hall.
Hey, bud. So road supervisor saw you service 5th and Pine from like 2nd or 3rd position, and he wanted to get a verbal response from you why he didn't pull all the way up to the 1st position.
Well, I did pull up to the 1st position, but I did let people on before that.
He says he did.
They were there. I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I wasn't there myself, so I couldn't see it on 2 eyes, but just try to always pull to the 1st position before you board, unless there's, a bus in front of you.
Okay, well, I always do. I pull up to the 1st position, see if anybody else wants to come in. But I don't normally do the transit mall, so forgive me.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, he didn't know.
I think it's more of the fact that it's just raining today, so there's a lot of people hiding out under the cover and the...
It's an honest mistake, but it's still people left behind. I never drove downtown. I intentionally stayed out of downtown. I think any route that doesn't go down there.
I've got pictures of 1305. The main mirror is definitely broken, and 8130 is replacing it.
All right, copy that. 9115.
Right.
Operator stated there were people at the 2nd or 3rd position, and that's why he boarded them there. He went on to state that he did move to the 1st position and open his doors again. So I just kind of instructed him, don't board in the 2nd position and board at the 1st position only.
You can board in either position as long as you open the damn door. Wait a minute, this is the wrong. That's the wrong clip.
I've got pictures of 1305. The main mirror is definitely broken, and 8130 is replacing it.
All right.
All right, copy that. 9115.
Okay, so he had 2 calls in there. Okay.
Has one person available, so whichever one of you doesn't do the test, can the other one of you go to center and pick up an operator, take him to that bus so we can get it back to the garage?
Oh, copy. I'll do the transport. I guess I'll do the manual.
Yeah, another wasted test. Okay, oh, Dieters, the Dieters.
3113 is used to shop as a link.
Sounds like it is a transport. Ambulance AMR 310 is taking him away right now.
Okay, that'll be Tess. He was departing from the stop.
You're trained to move, keep the bus moving. Okay, you're trained to do that. And if somebody falls, they put that on you.
9268 at Southwest Columbia, overpass. 9268, I got your mechanical ruling. What's going on? Overhead sign is not displayed. Okay, I copy. And did you try doing a battery reset by chance? Yes, we did. Okay, I copy. So if you can just write up a card on that and turn it in with the bus when you pull.
I haven't heard too many. Well, he's probably not posting them. The overhead signs, yes, they don't work.
Yeah, approximately 1542, vehicle 1 was westbound on Southeast Foster Road. At the service stop at Southeast 82nd. When vehicle 1 was pulling away from the stop, van fell. Operator of vehicle 1 told me she heard a thud of the man falling at the rear door. She asked the man if he was okay. He said he was all good. Then when they got to Hawthorne and 47th westbound, he changed his mind and said he thought he might have hurt his back. Portland Fire were on scene, and AMR 310 transported the man to Providence, Portland.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
So my question is, do they possibly have the 2 operators, one to drive the export operator over here?
Yeah, we always ask that initially, but they've been pretty short on staff lately, so they only have the one person, so they'll need you.
Okay. Well, where the buses is,
The Dieters.
parked to the curb, far side 47.
Coming up
I
on
believe
that.
that's 47.
Come on, the
Well,
Dieters.
actually, would be, this is a weird street. It's a wrong street, but
It's a round
looks like
street.
near side 47. Traffic's getting around and partially the westbound travel lane and the center turn lane. It shouldn't be a big problem.
What's he yakking
And
about?
the four lanes off.
Oh, Dieters, you just can't shorten up your calls.
5270 Southwest Farmington, St. Mary's, westbound.
Hello, 5270. I got your priority request to talk. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm a passenger on the bus, being very loud and verbal. Told him a few times to stop, and another passenger has now screamed back and cussed at him and almost got in a fight, so I'm not quite sure what's going to go on, honestly, at this point.
And have you pulled over at a stop and opened your doors and let that person know that you cannot continue in service with them acting that way?
I attempted to, and he was up and ready to fight the other guy because the other guy got up. One of the passengers actually just got off, so maybe it'll cool down now, but that other original unruly passenger is still on.
Okay, yes. If he's being distracting while you're driving and causing problems, I need you to just be very firm with him and let him know that you cannot drive with him acting like that. It's too distracting, and if he wants to get to where he's going, he needs to stop. Otherwise, you'll have to call and have him removed. So if he starts acting up again, I need you to be firm, pull over to a stop, open the doors, and say, I will not continue in service if you're acting like this. Just let him know that you need business.
Will do. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, and just let us know if, you need assistance. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll come.
In other words, you handle it yourself, and then if something, you don't call until you absolutely need to call. Pull over, turn the bus off, put your head on the steering wheel. This has always worked for me. and pull over, turn the bus off, open the doors, put your head on the steering wheel. People will shut up. They don't know what's going on when that happens.
So like a side swipe kind of situation, you were next to them when they were leaving?
Yeah, I was right on the corner, and they didn't signal to come out. Surprised me, and I don't even think they saw me. They just need a signal, because I wouldn't give them plenty of room. I swear to God, they're aiming for me lately.
Copy that. I'll let them know as soon as I get a chance.
No rush, I appreciate it. Thank you. And that was at Capitol and Sunset, if they ask.
Copy.
Oh, boy. Oh, no, the turn signal is busted.
This is 935, 52nd and Powell outbound. Just to let you know that there's a bus right in front of me, vehicle number 2526. The right-hand turn signal, it doesn't work that well. You can barely see it.
Okay, but it is illuminating, it's just faint.
Yes, it is. It is flashing with just a little tiny dot on the right-hand side.
Little tiny dot.
Okay, copy, and that's the right side turn signal you said?
Yes, copy that. In the back, the rear right turn signal.
Yeah, copy. It's his last.
All right, we got time for one more call, and he's got too many calls today, which is why we're doing this video, because it's easier for me to do this than listen to them on Twitter.
This is 935, 52nd and Powell outbound. Just to let you know that there's a bus right in front of me, vehicle number 2520.
I just heard that one, man. Okay, mark it. See ya. Junk printer will end this call.
7505.
7505, how can I help?
Yes, I have a printer, the paper out of paper, and last time I did it is probably like 6 months ago, and I kind of forgot about it. Is there any way you can arrange a supervisor to meet me up at Hollywood Transit at 6:35 to help me out with the newspaper aid.
Oh, he doesn't remember how to do it. Oh, okay. That's no big deal. Okay, that's enough for this part. We'll come back later for the rest of his calls.